So I've been watering gardens a lot lately because we're trying to grow some plants out here. And where I live, it's really dry. And it made me start thinking about relationships and specifically how a lot of times in our lives, we can only control what we bring to the relationship. Sometimes we're the waterers, and wherever we go, we sprinkle water of life, and things start to grow and friendships start to grow. However, we don't always know what kind of seeds our water's falling on. Um, And I know there's been lots of times gardening that I've put a lot of effort into growing an area, and I'll see life there, and I'll see little green things come up, and I'm so excited to see what they are. Sometimes it's exactly what I sowed, and sometimes it's native plants that are still beautiful, and I will let them stay. And sometimes it's a thistle or a weed or something I didn't know what it would be. And as I've gardened longer, I've learned to tell what I should keep in my garden and what I should pull at first sign and what I pull after waiting just a little while to make sure it's not something else. This is true with friendships and relationships. There's times where we start and we're just so excited to get to know somebody, to see what comes up, and to let it happen organically. But a lot of people try to control relationships. They think it's like a sterilized greenhouse where they get brand new dirt and the only thing that will grow is the exact seeds they planted and it's going to come up exactly like they want. It's not how it works. We don't know what's in people. We don't always know what seeds are going to sprout forth, what things in their life are going to start showing up. We don't even know really who they are until we start spending time with them and learning. And so, if you're new at developing relationships, this feels like a huge obstacle because a lot of times we see a lot of weeds. We learn there's a lot of people that we don't want in our lives, a lot of types of people we're not really ready to have around us. Maybe they're not healthy for us, they're not good companion plants, right? Um, but you can only control you. And in these relationships, thankfully, we're not actually stuck in one place and rooted into dirt. We can move on, we can end things, we can allow our water to water them occasionally. We can realize maybe we're actually shade for them, helping them grow, and they're not hurting us, they're not stealing from us, but maybe they're not nurturing us. And maybe we're being nurtured by another plant that we're not helping. So we can't just write everything off. But it's important to remember in relationships that you control you. You learn what it is about others around you that you appreciate. You learn what it is you can't tolerate. And as time goes on, your friendships get deeper and you start realizing what type of people you want in your lives. So go water some friendships, water some relationships, but don't be afraid to watch and see who they're becoming before you're fully committed to having a garden that you enjoy or don't enjoy because of what's growing in there.